Hi, this is a QRP impromptu session, probably coming after the anniversary celebration, but we are reacting live. I don't have the means to do like an actual live stream. Sorry, yet. So here we are. Nonetheless, as of this time of watching, it's 14 minutes. Hopefully, that's what you've got on your end as well, Tim.
Hmm.
Until the stream starts. So we just figured we'd have a bit of a small talk until it all starts, and what our kind of expectations are and things like that.
Yeah, man. Um,
Where are
I
we
mean,
at?
I think the way they've sort of like, I guess, introduced it and talked about it. Um, I don't think, I don't know. It's hard to expect anything super crazy. Obviously, we won't be expecting anything new or anything like that. They've clearly said that, but there's obviously the rumors flying around that Halo multiplayer might get like self dropped, or there
Mm-hmm.
might be some sort of like beta leading up to the release.
Yeah, that's what everyone's here for, really.
Which, yeah, let's be honest, that is my highest expectation of the show.
Yeah,
Apart from that, I think it's just going to be some like pretty cool trailers and not trailers, sorry, um just edited together footage of stuff that's happened over the years, acquisitions, Bethesda, all that. You know how they do all those cool trailers.
yeah, like a montage
All
trailer.
this, yeah, like all this, like welcome to the family sort of thing. They'll probably go through loads of other studios that we've acquired over the years as well. Over this year, sorry. And I think it's just going to be a kind of a cool little nod to where Xbox has been and where it is now.
Mm.
Um, and then with the highest expectation of a stealth drop of Halo.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think when I originally, because like we obviously said, I think we said it on a previous episode, but at the very least, I've said it to you. Like Aaron Greenberg has said, like don't expect any major news beats. Don't expect any new games and things like that. So that made me think, like, oh, maybe they're just going to save like actual announcements for like the video game awards, and this is just going to be like a cool kind of look back, maybe like a couple of few-minute interviews with like older execs,
yeah,
things like people who have left or worked at Xbox, things like that. Hopefully we get a bit of FaceTime with Philly, but he's been pulling away more and more recently and letting some of the newer guys take up, like Matt Booty or Sarah Bond or whatever. They've been on screen a bit more, but
mm-hmm.
now. But and with the show being half an hour, because we've only known it's going to be half an hour long since like yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever. So that is not a massive amount of time. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting really, but I guess that sounds about right. So that's making me think it's probably gonna, like, I think we're gonna have some announcements here. I don't think they're obviously not going to reveal any new games, but I think we're going to see some stuff. Backwards compatibility is probably my guess, like maybe an expansion of that. And like
I
you
think,
say,
did you mention maybe Hellblade, or was that a different show
that'll
coming
be
up?
that'll be Video Game Awards. Yeah,
Video Game Awards. That's it.
yeah.
Sorry,
That'll be Video
my
Game
bad.
Awards. So, well, I mean, probably. I mean, I don't know, but that's where it was revealed. So I imagine if that was where they were going to show off gameplay, that's where they'd show it again.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like you said, if Halo is the thing, and like people keep saying this, I know anybody watching it will have already happened by now. But like the weird thing about this whole thing, if it had happened, is that or if it doesn't happen, is that no execs threw water on it. Like usually Xbox are quite good at getting out in front of things and saying, nope, don't get excited about this. This isn't a real thing. We're just like having fun. Nobody said anything. And it's been like the rumor's been going on for like 2 days now. It's been such a weird saga watching the internet go up like around in circles. But it's the power of this sort of information, man. It gets people excited really quickly.
I don't. I don't think it's unreasonable to assume that there might be a beta, like just like an open beta until launch. We're doing them favors. We're essentially testing the game for them. They might give us a couple maps, a few game modes. Nothing much more than the flightings we've already played,
Yeah.
but just ongoing testing until launch. Right.
Well,
I don't think that's that unreasonable to assume we might get something like that. I don't think that's too far fetched. But
no, I don't think so. But it's like even after the last flighting, they were like still encouraging people to oops, work phone. Still encouraging people to like sign up for like on Halo Waypoint for more flightings. They didn't say it explicitly, but that was kind of the implication. And it just because I don't think, like you said, up till launch there, but I think because of what they're doing with Halo now, like I think they're going to have flighting even after launch. So I think they've that infrastructure they've got for flighting, they're going to keep it, right? You know, it's like season 2's coming out. We want to test out these changes, so come and join it if you want to, like, you know, opt into the testing. You can do so. I don't know if they'll do a flighting or if they'll call it an open beta. You know, would they do another flighting? I mean, I guess it's not impossible, but
Um,
I guess
yeah,
the end of the last flighting was like open to everyone, wasn't it? Oh no, it's everyone who applied got in. That's how they did it.
yeah. So
Everyone who
maybe
signed up.
this one will just be if you have an Xbox, come in sort of thing. And with a few additionals added in there to wet the whistle,
Yeah,
leading up to launch.
which would, for like all intents and purposes, be like an open beta, like you said. So I think that's yeah. I mean, some people, like some other people that I've listened to, have said that like, nope, it's going to be like their sources have told them it's going to be the multiplayer component is going to launch, which would be a bit weird to me because
Yeah,
they have said like they've done this whole song and dance about multiplayer and campaign launching at the same time because we had that conversation about multiplayer launching early compared to campaign, and they're like, nope, they're going to launch at the same time. I mean, I don't think anybody would care. I think most people would be happy that something's being brought forward in a year where things have only been pushed back, but it would strike me as a bit odd.
Yeah, you just don't see it too often, do you? I mean, like you said, like the only one we can think of recent memory was Apex Legends, wasn't it?
It just came out of nowhere.
It literally just came out of nowhere, and then we were just like, respawn,
yeah,
respawn did this.
Where have you been hiding?
Yeah, because I remember the trailer came out and it was literally available the same day, wasn't it? It was literally like announcing Apex Legends play today, and then we all were just like, "Oh, we'll give it a go."
And it got massive numbers, huge.
Yeah. So, but you really don't see stuff like that too often. But I don't know. Maybe it's something they've always kind of planned on doing, and then with the release of with Battlefield coming out and stuff like that, and COD, maybe they just wanted to get to market, essentially, like get their big market share earlier than the actual release date.
Yeah, there is also that angle of it, isn't there? It's like, well, do they want to piss off their partners in terms of EA obviously being external, and maybe even there is a conversation. I don't really have a stake in it. There's a conversation about them pissing off Playground a bit, with Forza doing like fucking spectacularly. You know, obviously this is something we'll discuss in our next podcast. You know, not now, but you know that game's hit like 7-8 million players in its first week or whatever, which is just not a thing for these sorts of games. And it's like, you know, would Halo's shadow dropping, assuming Playground, whether they did or didn't, doesn't make a difference, I suppose. But you know, would that kind of pull the wind out of the sails a little bit? And I don't know.
I think it would. I think it would directly impact the numbers. So yeah, you're right. It kind of does cuck the other games that are currently sitting in the spotlight a little bit. But then, you know, if you do also release it as just like this is an open beta, or it's just another flighting that's going to last basically until launch, then that's, you know, in a lot of people's eyes, that's nothing too crazy. It's not like they fully released a multiplayer sort of thing. So maybe if they sell it like it's just another flighting, then it won't harm player statistics on their other games, like you said.
Yeah.
As much.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've got 5 minutes to find out. We'll know. In the next 40 minutes, we'll know if Halo Infinite is out today. It's been like 6 years in the waiting. If Halo Infinite multiplayer is out, should I say?
Yeah, I don't think it will be as a full package. I'm gonna go ahead and say that just right now.
I don't think it will be, but it's just so sus. Like I've seen people like looking at like who have had like code that's saying that season 1, like Heroes of Reach, starts today, which just doesn't make sense. Like it's just so weird. And there's been so many other weird like conspiracies. There was like an Xbox fan fest the other day, and Bonnie Ross, who like used to be the exec of 343, but now she's been leading Relic, who did Age of Empires, Relic Studios. She was made to make an appearance at FanFest, but she got pulled out of that for an emergency at 343. So people are saying, because the same insiders that reported that Infinite would be coming out today, the multiplayer would be coming out today, also said there's been a critical bug, it might not happen anymore. And then all of a sudden, like the coincidence of like, oh, Bonnie Ross has been pulled out, can't attend, this fan fest because she's like, it's like, what are these? This is so weird. The stars are aligning for this in such a weird way. So I don't believe either. But if something starts to happen, I'm going to be quoting Morpheus like throughout. He's beginning to believe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think overall it's just going to be a good old time. I think that's more the general vibe of the show that they're going for. We've seen shows like this, and yeah, a lot of it is kind of just them jerking themselves off a little bit. Like, had a good year, boys. We got the wallet out.
Yeah.
So I think that's mainly what the show's going to be.
So what you're saying is
still great.
There's going to be an acquisition?
No, it's not what I'm saying at all. We've bought enough. Philly needs to chill out. Yeah. If you could acquire us, that'd be great. Just officially do podcasts for him.
Can you imagine?
Living room.
Pulls out two like really like 720p pictures of us, just like this, just talking. Well, turns up at my house, comes in through that door, like Phil just walks in.
He's just like, what? And he's like, I fucking own you now, so I'm gonna just stay in your house, man.
Just like, all right, well, you're welcome, but like, I can't do much for you. This isn't my skill set.
I'd love if Philly busted into my room, dude.
Yeah,
just fucking boots up my Xbox, loads up Cuphead or something.
I'd like him to bust anywhere.
Okay, I didn't mean it. I was going for a more wholesome family approach of playing some Cuphead with him, but all right. You just want to bust your nut everywhere.
I do, always. I would really like to. I hope they talk about, because it's kind of funny because obviously we were around. We weren't really around in like the original Xbox gen, because we're a bit young for that. We'd have been like 7, wouldn't we? It's like 2001. Mm-hmm. So we were only really around like mid 360, I guess.
I was pretty early 360 days.
2004. When did it launch? 2005.
I don't know. I can't remember. I remember being around pretty early 360 days, to the point where I remember Xbox Live actually just being invented and being a thing. And I was like hopping on it for like the first day and stuff like that. So I've been around since pretty early 360.
Yeah, fair enough. But nonetheless, I think like a lot of it for us was like as we started coming into teenage years with like the Xbox One in 2013. How old would that have made us? 7 years ago, like just like about 20. 18, 19, 18, 19, 20, yeah. I think 19 was when I got it, because I remember it was the year I moved to uni. But yeah, so we don't have like that much. Like, I think a lot of people are quite interested in seeing like the early days, like a couple of minutes of talking about like very, very back at the beginning. But for me, it's that whole Xbox One generation was just wild. I mean, obviously for the good and for bad, but that whole thing was just crazy.
It was pretty crazy, yeah. But it was good, man. I like the Xbox One era. It's great.
Well, yeah, but it got us. You can see with what they got cancelled for. You can see what they were going for, and like some of the strands of DNA are still in what's making the Series S and X so successful today. And not beyond that, obviously, like the cloud and everything like that. You can see a clear pivot in direction, but you can see some elements of it still persist.
Yeah, exactly. The technology just wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah, bad messaging goes. And bad messaging.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of selling it as like an entertainment system.
Yeah.
All-in-one entertainment system was dumb.
All right, well, I've got Premiere will begin shortly, so hopefully that's...
Yeah, I think it's starting in the next 60 seconds. I'm just on the official Xbox channel, you?
Yeah, I am as well, yeah.
Xbox with a tick. That's me.
That's
I'm going to
me.
go quickly close my door as well. I'm still in the room.
Okay. Man, live chat is so weird. I know I've said it before.
Live chat? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So good.
Everyone's just saying wart. What does that mean? Is that what elites do? That wart.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure. I'm guessing I'll have an option to full
Halo
screen
thing.
this when it actually boots up. It's just a still image at the moment, so I don't have an option to.
Yeah,
Because
mine's.
I don't want to see chat. Actually, I might. I'm on our official channel. Quick Resume Podcast. Subscribe now. So
Yeah.
maybe I should post something really toxic.
No,
Just be like, we're the what?
you're going to post that on
Right.
Toxic.
Things are happening. Oh, they've delayed it another 2 minutes.
Oh, have they? Nothing's happened on mine yet.
I've got a little timer for like 2 minutes time.
I've
What
got
are we
to
going
black
to talk
screen.
about for 2 minutes?
I don't know. I can't have stamina for this. We've just finished work.
Yeah, we have. How was your day at work?
It was
Go on.
fucking
Give me a
fine.
1 minute break. It was fine. It was fine. Okay.
It was fine. Oh, this is loud in my ear.
Yeah. I've cranked it. I've cranked it down.
God, this is
Yeah,
struggling.
audio management to have you and a certain level, and this a certain level will be quite tough.
I'm gonna have to turn the resolution down on this because it's struggling.
I guess we could talk quickly, since we've got a minute, about the cheeky little shout out we got on the Xbox Era podcast. That was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
hype.
man! Big
That was
back at you.
cool.
Xbox Era. Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, they were just talking about names. I don't know if you saw the context of the whole conversation.
Yeah, like creative names for podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
And I do think our name was really good. We had quite a few penciled down. I can't remember what they were, but this one jumped out at me quite a bit. I think you were a bit 50-50 between this one and another one, and I was literally just like, no, this one's better.
There's another one in my head.
I
Yeah,
prefer.
I don't want to share it just in case I ever do want to use it because I think it's a bit more platform agnostic. The other one.
Yeah.
But I did really like it. But yeah, obviously this one has a bit more of like a Xbox theme to it.
Yeah. Well, it's like one of the best sort of next gen sort of features that came on these consoles.
Totally.
Which is when we made the podcast, was around the release of the. Well, actually, no, it wasn't around the release of the series. When did we start the podcast?
We've been going for like 6 months now. Over 6 months.
Okay, all right. And when did these consoles come out again?
They came out in November.
Quite a while ago. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, yeah.
It does worry me that the next gen of consoles or whatever don't have quick resume.
What do you mean?
Like if they give up on the feature.
Oh, I don't think so. The features had nothing but praise, right? When it actually works. Now it works much more consistently. Right, it's starting.
Wait, really? I'm like 10 seconds
Yeah.
behind. I'm on 10 now.
Oh, no.
I'll wait a quick refresh. It's okay.
Yeah.
You
Let
just-
me know what you're seeing. To let me know if we're in sync.
You just react as necessary. Don't worry about me.
My reaction's really what everyone's here for anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
Alright, I'm full screening this. Ooh. Maybe I'm not. Quality's ass, bro.
At Xbox, our passion is to help you find and play the games that you love.
Got some
Yeah,
nice
I love the art
quotes.
form of video games. I think we tell stories.
that Phil?
that
Like
bring
about
people
streams,
together,
of
whether
course.
it's
Like streams are
competing or
all
whether it's
great and
cooperative.
everything, but
This
the
is just what
quality
gaming
on
should be about.
streams is
Yeah.
so bad. Like, it really is.
If they don't fade out the show with Phil Spencer's classic saying, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. So it's like when everybody plays, we all win. Pretty sweet. What a cutie.
Phil Spencer is. Yeah, I just want to give him a cuddle.
The thing is, he's not going to be around that much longer, and that really breaks my heart.
Have you got this guy talking on the stage?
Yeah.
Robert, he's literally just introduced
Wow.
himself.
After all of this
Who's
time,
that? Piers Morgan?
it's special to be back here
Can't
with
see him.
Xbox fans.
I've got really bad quality. I can't
I
tell.
mean, just look at this stage.
It's
That
not
alone
Piers
shows
Morgan.
you-
First head of
How far
Xbox.
we've
I
come
literally
since
don't know who this
2001.
is.
My name is Robert
Yes, I'm an
Fox,
Xbox
and I had the
millennial.
privilege of
Sorry.
being in charge of Xbox until I retired from Microsoft in 2000.
It's pretty cool. They're going to get different studio
Now,
heads
when
on
we
stage
started
there.
Xbox 20 years ago, the original idea was a business venture, a way for Microsoft to get into the living room.
Whoa, built-in hard
But as we
drive.
assembled our team and got to work, Xbox quickly blossomed into a new vision for what games could be. an Ethernet port to connect
You're about
players
10
over
seconds in
Ethernet
front of me.
at broadband speeds.
Okay.
A built-in hard drive to help games evolve beyond the limitations of discs and cartridges. A global dedicated online service to let you play with old and new friends alike, no matter where they are.
Pretty
These were
audacious.
audacious, groundbreaking ideas.
This
at
is
the
definitely
time,
the sort of vibe I
but
was
they were also
expecting.
risky. We faced
Yeah.
skeptics and doubters. I'll be honest and say
This
inside and
music is
outside
very
Microsoft.
celebratory. Are
We
you
had
hearing it in the
missteps along
background?
the way.
Slow.
There were
It's
lots
hype,
of
dude.
challenges involved in getting that first Xbox out the door in a way
I feel like
that was
I'm
truly
marching for my country.
So when I think about what it took to bring Xbox to life, I always remember that success was
Xbox
not
Army, dude.
guaranteed. And it was your passion for what Xbox is that drove
Announcing
that
the
vision
Xbox
to
Army, Phil Spencer's
life.
army.
It only comes to life
It's like
when
some
others
massive
share a
cult.
belief in what's possible.
Armor,
And we are
bitches.
grateful to all of you.
He's literally
Our
just built
partners,
up like a cult over
developers
the
around
years.
the world,
Just
Yeah.
and
activates
most of
all of
all,
us.
our fans.
Oh, God. Power on. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Whoa.
Seeing the trailer.
Oh, speaking of TV series,
Microsoft is
I,
going to make a
I bet
game
we see the Halo one.
Weren't sure how we
I bet
were
they talk
gonna
about the
do
Halo
this.
one.
It was enormous.
Yeah, for sure.
Microsoft was this dominant company of the era, but success or even
Oh,
survival
Kevin.
was anything but preordained.
Who's Kevin?
My guy.
We started to ship quality games.
And at the same time, we weren't doing anything in the console space. One day, these guys from the DirectX team walked in.
Kevin.
We just thought of ourselves kind of
God,
that
dude,
rebel
you really
school
are.
Combination of craziness
Quite a
and
bit
genius.
behind
We
me.
were a renegade team.
Just give it a pause for
A lot of our thinking
5 seconds or
was
so.
focused on making the
Yeah.
very best games.
That really meant something for us. We
Yeah,
wanted
these are
a
like all the
console
execs.
designed to be easy and fun to make games on. We were trying to crash meetings and get
Okay,
traction.
I paused it for like 5-6 seconds.
We're an annoyance.
Cool.
You're proposing taking money away from Office in order
Bulma, I know that name.
some game system?
Balmer understood where the money came from.
Steve looked at the Xbox idea and saw
Ethernet port.
insanity.
Let's go.
Just 1 minute before you answer.
What's the hard
Yeah.
drive going to cost? What's the Ethernet port going to cost? There's no way.
Everything about
Yeah, we're pretty synced up now.
is hard.
And it doesn't turn on.
It was held together by chewing gum and pain.
That one about. Oh, dude, that controller is gross.
People
It's
love it, man.
grody.
The Duke. It's the Duke, innit?
Well,
I never used one of them.
You had to have gorilla hands.
I do remember holding one, and I have to admit,
It doesn't matter what your technology
they've
is.
Xbox have always done a good job with like ergonomic design and stuff. Like that might seem ugly, but it did still feel quite.
Oh, they got
comfortable
Peter
in
Moore
hand.
as well. I know him.
We were focused on having
Oh, the Red Ring of Death. No.
Oh, no.
I remember that. I had. Yeah, Snoopy boy. I had 2 Xboxes, I think, that suffered from the Red Ring of Death. I had to get them replaced.
Yeah.
I think
So
that was
many-
standard for like every user to have like 2.
Our goal is to continue to innovate.
So many kids' hearts were broken in that gen.
Traditional and cloud-based game.
And then
Yeah.
sometimes there's surprises that
Nice.
nowhere.
Is this gonna be like a Netflix series?
Yeah, they said it's a docu-series, a 6-part docu-series, yeah.
No longer in the Microsoft
On
playbook.
Netflix?
I don't know.
Or like,
I didn't think they said. But they said.
oh, variety of video platforms.
Power On, the Story of Xbox
Okay,
is a
cool,
6-part documentary series that will release on December 13th
think I'm still a
across
couple
a variety
seconds
of
ahead.
video platforms.
Yeah, just like 1 or 2.
So the project began almost 3 years ago with a simple question. Is
Right.
there a
Totally
compelling
yeah,
story
clicks.
behind
Pretty
the
much.
history of
Perfectly in
Xbox?
sync now.
Yeah,
The
it should
answer,
be.
it turns out, was yes, absolutely. So we partnered with an Emmy Award.
Do you remember, like,
film team
when we came out the end
to
of the
really
360
dig in
gen,
help
and everybody
bring
was like,
it to
Xbox
life.
720,
At its core,
Xbox 720 is
Xbox
coming.
started as a passion
That
project
is one thing I
from
can
a
slay
small group of
Xbox
gamers
for.
within
Is
Microsoft.
their
The naming
It's
convention.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking.
players
It's
around
so
the world.
confusing.
Whether you've been here
Yeah.
for the entire
For any,
20
I
years or you
mean,
have
I
just
know
joined us,
for a
we're
fact that
excited to
all
have you with
parents
us
out there
today.
have been so
Now we're going to relive
confused
some of our favorite
with
moments.
all of
Here's
the
some
fucking
words of
like
wisdom from our
purchasing
very own Bill
of
Spencer,
consoles for their
and
kids and stuff.
definitely have a
Yeah,
little
You
bit
need to make
of
it so
fun.
clear. It's the
Thanks,
Rock.
Rod. And it
Fucking
really
Rock.
is an honor to have you here. Believe it or not, I'm a big fan of yours. For instance, I know that you're a 5-time WWF champion. Not to mention
Early gaming adverts were just like
Bill, I'm flattered. I'm a big fan
something
of yours
else.
as well.
This is Dwayne The Rock Johnson at his acting peak right here.
Yeah.
Architect of the Microsoft Corporation.
a leading worldwide provider of software for the personal computer.
Pretending he likes Bill Gates.
Thank you, Rock.
Just kidding.
I'm very flattered myself.
He's a cool guy.
By creating Windows in 1983,
He was cool until he injected us all.
With microchips. Got Windows 11 running through my system.
Kind of went down in my books after that.
operating systems that feature networking, symmetric multi-processing, multi-threading, and security.
Wow, Rock, way to read a script.
You nailed it.
Wow. I like how they know it's fucking cheesy as well.
Yeah.
They're treating it like it's one of those
like a parody, like infomercial, yeah.
Yeah, there was definitely a bit of, what do they call it? Satire.
Yeah, nice bit of satire.
God, these graphics, dude.
They're so good.
Oh god, to think that's what Halo was, and what I've played on Halo Infinite is just absolutely mind-boggling, dude.
I thought that was Phil running down the elevator, like dressed in a Spartan suit. Then
probably was, man. Pretty before I
love
worked
it.
for Xbox.
Yeah, I'd love if we
He's
just
like, woo!
got some inside footage of Phil on a bender. Like,
yeah, just like he's enhanced the image like 1,000%.
Yeah.
It's just him shirtless in a crowd, like,
Yeah.
woo!
X-Files music plays. Yeah, and it's from like 1930.
Here he is.
Hey.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil Spencer, known on Xbox as P3. I've been playing video games pretty much my whole life. I actually
That's
joined
hilarious
this
that he
company
was an
as an
intern.
intern when I was still in school, a long time before Xbox was even a concept.
Talk about working your way up the
So when
ladder.
I think about 20 years of Xbox and what games mean to all of us, I always come back to the fact that around the world, gaming is all about people. That's it. Games are all about real people coming
We
together.
were saying this earlier,
to
weren't
create
we? We met so many of our
experiences
close friends
and
over Xbox.
relationships
And we had a little
that
shout out
cross
for the
geographies
anniversary in
and
our chat
age
today.
and all the things that can separate people in other parts of
It
the
really
world.
does, like,
Personally,
it really
I've been
does
fortunate
connect
to
people.
see
It sounds
that power
cheesy,
of gaming
but it really
to
No, it
does.
doesn't.
people.
Social gaming changed everything.
At work,
For me, yeah.
the best part of my job is spending time with the ridiculously talented teams both here at Xbox and across our industry. You, gaming creators around the world,
And he's always been
are
a
at
big
the
advocate of
forefront
like
of the world's
social
most
gaming, Phil.
exciting art
I think
form.
Xbox always has, and that's
The
what's
reality is
ultimately
that as an
kept us in the
industry, none
ecosystem,
of our
really.
work comes to life
Xbox is
until
definitely
it's
the more
enjoyed by our
multiplayer-centric, social-focused
You,
platform,
the global
I
gaming
feel at
community,
least.
are a powerful force.
I think it's hard
It
to
is
argue
you who
otherwise.
made our passion as popular and important as it is today. Pretty much every
Can verify
day
it.
when I'm
I've got
off
him as a
work,
friend.
I'm on Xbox.
He's
I'm
playing
chatting
stuff
with
quite a lot.
friends, we're driving jeeps off cliffs in Forza.
Well, you're following
I'm
him.
trying new games and
He added me first, like, you know.
and we've all seen how important and real those human relationships can be, especially in the face of real-life adversity. So when I think about 20 years of Xbox, I think about you, our community,
Oh,
and
that
our
was
creators.
Fable Legends, dude.
And I want you to know that I'm dedicated.
God
Team
rest his
Xbox
soul,
is
dude.
dedicated,
God rest
and
his
this
soul.
company
Getting resurrected
is
today.
dedicated to
Confirmed.
continuing
Oh
to
my
invest, listen, and
He's so
learn
hype.
as we build the
I like that
best,
game.
most welcoming, and most fun entertainment ecosystem anywhere on Earth and beyond. At Xbox, we're on a mission to bring the joy and community of gaming to everyone. And we're honored
Thanks,
that
Philly.
you've joined us for the last 20 years, and we can't wait to
Add
build
me
the
back
future
and you'll see me
together.
online. You toxic.
So thank you, and see
Toxic
you online.
MF.
3 friendships made online and solidified in real life.
His name's Jacob. I met him like 3 years ago on Call of Duty.
This would be so funny if it was like.
Next year, he quickly became
This is
one of our
us
best
being
friends.
recorded.
But of course,
Huh?
being
We didn't get
online,
consent
I've
for
never
that.
seen him in person.
Yeah.
Tanner lives in Spokane, Washington.
And I was like, bro, I want to be in Canada. He's like, bro, no way.
He's here.
I just love to see the other side of it as well. Not to like ruin the tone, but it'd be so funny if it was like. So, you know, like. I was DDoSed and I had glitter bombs sent to my house.
Yeah,
They threw
I
eggs at
got
my window.
swatted.
I'm so happy to see you.
Yeah.
The Bridge Boys are back.
I gave this guy my address thinking he'd post me a Christmas present and he swatted me.
Yeah.
We played games for 3 years and he swatted me.
So many of these guys have fucked my mum. It sucks.
Oh, dude.
Since the launch of Xbox One, we've listened to you, the community of Xbox gamers, and we're grateful for your continued
2015, backwards compatibility, wasn't it? That was a huge E3.
platform feature updates that enhance your gaming experience. And
Oh,
your
yeah, this was such a
response
cool
to the
announcement.
updates continues to motivate us. Last year,
The crowd starts getting like buzzed.
that has been consistently at the top
This,
of your
this was like
request
crazy hyped.
Yeah.
And while we weren't sure it was possible, today
Yeah.
I'm pleased to announce Xbox
It was
One.
yeah, this is kind of what like helped bring Xbox back into the light a little bit.
It got the conversation going again.
Yeah. Without this, I feel like the Xbox One era would have been so much worse.
Yeah, I think it was the first sort of like footprint in that change of like leadership. You know, it was that first sort of like, right, we want you to access all your games forever, everywhere. You know.
Yeah.
You asked for more games to join our backward compatibility catalog, from the biggest blockbusters to cult classics, and we listened. Today we are celebrating our anniversary by adding more than 70 original Xbox and Xbox
No, that was an announcement. 70 games.
Is this live here?
Yeah.
The entire Max Payne series is now playable on Xbox Series X,
you're right.
Series S, and Xbox One consoles
nice.
for the very first time.
Oh, wicked.
The entire
70?
Fear franchise
I played
can now
Dead or
be played
Alive.
on our latest
Huge.
machines. Games like Dead or Alive Ultimate and Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast
Huge.
are once again playable on a new
Max
generation.
Payne. I never played Max Payne or Fear.
All original Xbox games will look better than ever on all modern consoles.
I think I played one of the
Every
Max
titles
Paynes.
added today
Ooh,
will benefit
FPS
from
boost.
auto HDR, and many
30?
will enjoy increased frame rates with
They finally did it.
including a wider range of our existing backward
Ooh.
compatible titles like the Gears of War franchise,
Sonic.
the Fable franchise, Cameo,
Sonic getting
and
FPS
Sonic
boost.
Heroes.
Sega.
At Xbox,
Sega. We're
Acquisition
working with Sega,
confirmed.
confirmed.
enhanced by the latest
Where's the Sonic
technology
Gears of War
while staying
crossover that we
true
asked
to the
for?
original creator's vision.
Dude.
What
That's
better
I've been
way
waiting
to
for a frame
celebrate
rate
the
boost for
past
so
20
30
years by
games. I'm
playing
excited to see what they are.
games that helped define it.
Yeah.
There'll be like
Thank you
classic
for
ones, I
being
suppose,
with
won't
us
they?
on
There'll be
every
like
step
older
of
ones.
this journey.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were talking about of those 70, 30 of them are getting FPS boosts.
Oh, what was it? Oh, nice.
I think that's what it was.
Ooh,
yeah.
got a little blue tint to it. That was cool.
Oh yeah, that trailer.
Oh, that trailer.
So
Ooh.
wet, dude. It's just so wet.
That's Halo 4, Perfect Dark in there.
God, that man was handing Xbox 360s off the back of a truck to customers.
So please just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Stop mugging
My
me.
family doesn't need to come into this.
Oh, Crackdown.
Crackdown 2, yeah. And Crackdown was actually good.
Both of them were pretty baller.
Both of them were good, yeah, but 2 was amazing. 2's still one of my favourite games of all time, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Oh, it's so glitchy.
I can't believe they just showed that. He's like, bam! It's like pretzeling his legs.
Well, that's the thing. They're showing all their like blunders.
Yeah,
as well,
just lean
and
into it, man.
mishaps.
Like you just gotta lean into
exactly.
it.
It's in the past. Like, what's bringing that up?
Oh,
With DC now?
Skyrim.
It's just gonna create a couple chuckles, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Coal train, baby.
It's like a 360
Oh,
celebration.
Jesus.
Dude, he's so big.
It's enormous.
All right, Xbox fans, the time
Compared to
has
what he is
come.
back
Can you believe
then.
It has been 20
God,
years
he's
since I
jacked
stood on
now.
that CES
I'm so intimidated.
in Las Vegas and helped launch the original Xbox. Now, of course, I nailed all the cool buzzwords.
Rock's here to
Just
say that
listing
can't
all
be
the
farther
buzzwords.
from the truth.
Symmetric multiprocessing, completely self-contained operating system. And how about that look? I mean, the outfit.
It's
the
quite cool that they
glasses.
got
Who
him
wears
back.
glasses
Yeah.
inside? And I even had hair
This
back
dude's
then. Those
fucking,
were the days,
like, one of the
good
highest
old
paid
days.
actors
Now,
in
thank
Hollywood.
the Lord, I left the fanny pack in my
Kind of a
closet.
big deal getting him
All
back.
right, well, I hope you had a chance to watch Red Notice on Netflix over the weekend. Now, here's the thing. We built a kick-ass vault inspired by the film with some amazing treasures and artifacts.
Oh, he's selling
from
his new
Xbox
movie.
over the last year.
Yeah.
Now, look, my co-stars,
I see
Ryan Reynolds
now.
and Gal Gadot,
It's a tie-in.
the master
Yeah.
thieves that they are hell-bent on getting into the
I'm not
vault
gonna help
and
you
getting
with your
their
selfish
hands on
gains,
these
Rob.
artifacts themselves. So I need your help. I need you to break into the Xbox vault yourself by heading over to the
That'll
site.
be his agent. They'd be like, yeah, you can go on that show, that silly, funny show, but plug yours, plug your movie, would you?
Yeah. Well, this whole vault thing is to do with that new movie because it's like a bank robbery movie.
Oh right.
The whole thing
So
is
the whole thing is a tie-in.
Red Notice hardware, Game
Basically,
Pass,
he's a
collector's
sellout.
cards. We got
Okay.
hundreds
That's the
of
bottom
titles
line.
for you guys.
Okay.
And last,
He's not gonna do
but
it for
least,
free. Makes sense.
3 Cleopatra eggs, just like the ones in Red Notice. All right,
I
it's
think
time
he
for
could
me to
take
go
on
and hit
Master
the
Chief, I'm
Iron
gonna be
Paradise
honest.
and show Master
Yeah, I
Chief.
think he could.
It'd be a good fight.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'd pay to see it.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh.
Game over.
Is Doja Cat? Hello?
I don't know. What is going on there?
Stream died? No.
Oh, did it?
Oh no.
I'm watching Fortnite.
Yeah, I've just got to Fortnite. Yeah. My stream like froze for a bit.
Spartan Laser?
No.
Okay. Let me know.
I'm on Spartan Laser now. Yeah.
Okay. It's for about 5 seconds.
Stuck himself.
Let's go with that.
I'm not sure what I'm. Is it just?
It's just like another like history montage by the looks of it.
We're watching, but there was Fortnite. We were watching like fail montages. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Keanu.
Keanu? Ah, I thought he was going to be again. Oh, dude, this is kind of cringe to look back on now. Considering how the game actually was. Hashtag still waiting on my next gen upgrade.
I'm excited to play it eventually.
Yeah, me too. I just gave them £65 and I haven't booted up the game yet.
Fun. It's an activity that brings people from all walks of life, from all
It's our fault, really. We've only got ourselves to blame, haven't we?
Yeah. Believing the lies. So stupid.
Congratulations.
Ooh, 8 minutes left. Likelihood of a Halo multiplayer announcement thing.
Rapidly decreasing.
It is the sort of thing they would just bomb drop at the end, though, to be fair. So,
And I reckon they'd get Joseph Staten on to say it as well.
Yeah.
I thought Phil maybe, but I think they'd get Joe because he obviously worked on the original trilogy.
They probably rock paper scissors it.
Yeah. The One X was such a sick console.
The One X.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people tend to forget about it, but it was pretty sick.
Because we had that whole mid-gen upgrade thing, people do forget about it, but I like the design of that a lot. It's very sleek.
Yeah,
The vision
and it was
that
a
we
great
worked on
machine
for so
in terms of
long,
power
you see
and what it
in
did
real
as well.
products.
Yeah.
Xbox One X, the most powerful console ever
Still
made.
want Connect back.
That journey from vision to reality isn't always a direct path. We see a future where you're instantly absorbed in your games, where worlds are even more lifelike, immersive, responsive, and surprising.
Did you see him talk about Elder Scrolls 6 today? Phil had an interview,
really freeing up the player
and he was
to
like,
play the games
he was
that they
like
want,
basically confirmed
the
Elder
people they
Scrolls
want,
6 is
the
going to be
devices that they wanna
exclusive.
Oh, okay, nice. I remember, seeing some news article about it. Yeah. But I didn't watch or read it live. Or...
Yeah, we'll save for the podcast.
It will connect people. It will empower creators
Power
to
your
achieve things
dreams.
they never could before. It will break down barriers.
I think that's such a good tagline. It's like, how Jump In was kind of the tagline for all of 360.
A milestone like the 20th anniversary of Xbox.
So, that
is
controller
more than a
was so
chance to
good, wasn't
reflect
it?
on all we've done and
adaptive
everything our
controller.
players have taught
So, like,
us. With 23 studios
people with
across
disabilities
Xbox
and stuff.
Game
I've
Studios
heard
and
that it's like such an
all
amazing
pouring
console.
their
Such an
incredible
amazing
passion
controller.
into creating new worlds and amazing
Absolutely.
experiences. The future of gaming is awe-inspiring. At Xbox, our love for players starts with our love for games and the creators who make them.
The
We
future.
know that to reach more gamers in more parts of the world, we need to keep bringing more creative voices and perspectives to the table. fostering a community as diverse as the world we live in
See you,
and
Skeevers.
inclusive of all that makes each of us who we are. That's why we relentlessly invest to make it easier and faster for developers to build the games we love. We've driven innovation to enable developers to build accessibility features into their games, like remappable controls and adjustable color or text for players who are visually impaired. We collaborate with creators to encourage representation of diverse characters.
Kind of makes me wish I got one of the 20th anniversary controllers.
And we're committed
They were quite
to bring
cool.
those incredible
really?
games
Yeah.
to every gamer on the planet by
Yeah.
making it possible for
I guess so,
anyone
just
to
for the
play
sake of
any
having it
game
on the shelf.
anywhere.
Yeah.
We do that with Game Pass, bringing you hundreds of titles from hidden gems to the biggest
And
hits,
you can get that dynamic
playable
background.
across all devices. We do
That you
that with
can't get unless you have
the most
it.
affordable and powerful
Yeah,
console
that is
lineup
cool.
Whatever
on
that's about.
Series S and X.
Yeah.
But we
And
got a
do that
sweet
with
ass
things
Halo
like
one
the
out of
Xbox
nowhere, so
Adaptive Controller, which has
That's true.
unlocked
Yeah, I hope you get
the
more
joy
of them.
gaming for over
Less craving
400
it.
million players with disabilities. When everyone plays, we all win. It isn't just a tagline. It's a core principle that inspires everything we do.
Hey,
So
they said the
please join us as we
thing.
look forward to the next 20 years and more, as we unleash creativity, embrace a global community,
We should have
and
done like a
delight
bingo thing,
gamers
shouldn't we?
Yeah.
everywhere, together. Thank you for being the core.
Everyone
of
in the
what
chat's
makes
just posting
Xbox
117
great.
over and over and over again.
Yeah. I know.
It's just all people want.
Our duty.
They're like, whether a game brings people together, 117.
Yeah. And I
Oh. Shut the fuck up.
We should think about it's the show.
Yeah. As soon as I saw Paramount. It's still kind of hype though.
As soon as he started speaking, my gut like turned into a raisin.
Hello, Master Chief.
Dude, this could be so good if it's done well.
I can't believe it's still happening. Streaming 2022.
I'm so
That was
fortunate
announced
to be able to
man.
work
in like
and play in this
2014.
incredible sci-fi universe
After
of
watching
Halo.
Forward Until Dawn,
Like
I was
Marvel
literally
and
just
Star
like,
Wars,
and
Halo
that
is a
wasn't even done
universe where
perfectly,
hundreds of
and I was just
stories
like,
are
Bonnie Ross.
told, and where
this could be
millions
done
of
really, really
experiences
well.
can be shared. Halo began 20 years ago as the defining experience for Xbox. And thanks to you, it's now a global pop culture phenomenon. Whether it's the highly anticipated Halo TV series coming to Paramount Plus next year, which you just saw a glimpse in that live-action teaser, or stepping back into
This
the
is leading
roots
up
of
to
Master
something.
Chief in Halo Infinite this December.
You think?
The Halo universe continues to expand in new and thrilling ways.
I'm
Because
sweating.
Somebody just said I have tears.
And your constructive feedback, we gave Halo Infinite more time to refine it for everyone that has been with us from the beginning and for anyone who's just getting started. This game is a return to our roots with an epic campaign and a deeply rewarding multiplayer. And we can't wait for you to jump into this all-new Halo experience. While the Master Chief is the hero of Halo, our fans are its heart and soul. And we at 343 are proud to celebrate 20 years of Halo with you in a very special way. Enjoy.
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 What does it mean? I'm gonna have a panic attack.
What's going on here? Oh, okay. Is it just going to be a developer doc sort of thing?
An orchestra. Who's this dude?
How did that instrument just make that noise?
Yeah, that was wow. A didgeridoo, mate. This new soundtrack is so fucking good.
It is amazing.
If it feels disrespectful to speak over it.
Yeah, give it its time, man. Arbiter.
No. Coalition Arbiter spin-off game when?
Yeah, that could be kind of cool, right? Cortana dating simulator when?
What if we get a Master Chief face reveal and it's just Phil Spencer? Always has been.
Perfect. Oh, it's so nice.
So soothing on the soul.
This and Final Fantasy X are just like the best soundtracks, in my opinion.
Beautiful. They've got like a whole light show going on there as well.
Mm.
I think they just... What they do... The thing is, they're probably doing like really like Galaxy Brain stuff that I don't even understand. Because I reckon they're like they're mixing older Halo music in with some of the newer stuff as well.
Hello, Halo community, from all of us at
And I don't even understand. Oh, they did it in a little Halo shape. That's cute.
Hello.
To everyone who played in the
Hey,
recent
buddy.
multiplayer flights,
That's
your
Jason
passion
Staten.
and feedback and
It's the multiplayer team.
clips inspired all of us as we made the final push to get Halo Infinite ready for launch. As a thank you and to celebrate our 20th anniversary, we wanted to do something special. So, let me hand the mic to Tom French, creative director for Halo Infinite multiplayer. Tom?
Thank you, Joseph. On behalf of the entire Halo team, it's my honor and privilege to announce
This whole reaction is just us panting.
right now you can download and start playing Season 1 of Halo Infinite's free-to-play multiplayer beta on Xbox One, Series S, X, and PC. This is the kickoff of our season, and you'll have access to all the maps,
let's go!
and the full battle pass to unlock. And your progression will carry over when we officially release the game on December 8th.
Is
This
that?
is an amazing moment for
Battle Pass,
The full Battle
everything.
Pass,
finally
everything.
release the game and play with you all online. See you online, Spartans.
Oh, that's so fucking hype, man.
Rest
They
in
did
peace.
say beta. They did use the word beta.
Did they?
He basically just said, yeah, they did, yeah. But they basically just said, you get to play it now. There's Battle Pass. It all carries over.
That's killer.
Oh, dude, that's so fucking sick. I wonder if it's just going to be like, yeah, you can do it. You've got
Fuck's
Battle
this?
Pass or that, but you've only got 3 maps or something. You know, like.
No, he said all the maps. He said all the maps, everything. My phone just popped up and one of our mates just said, "Let's go." Just flashed up.
Lego. Yeah. What that? Dude, that's so fucking hype, man.
Battlefield. Sorry, guys. It's over.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Let's go. New trailer.
I get to play Halo today.
Flag. I don't, because I'm not here. Oh, that weapon. Look at that shit. And those skins, the Emil skin.
I'm such a gremlin, dude. I feel like I'm like 14 again.
I know. I'm literally watching this in like 240p.
Wait, did he just
Yeah.
Did he just repulsor that warthog and crush that man?
He did, yeah.
Oh, that AI is so cute.
Why does that dude have a unicorn hat? What's that?
What is that gun?
Which one? There are so many. I think that was a Hydra.
The one that kind of looked like a really big Season 1 multiplayer free-to-play. Beta available now. So yeah, so they have used the term beta, so I wonder, like...
I think we were right. I think we were right.
What's not full package about it? Like...
Just expect bugs here and there, I think.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh!
Dude, I can't believe it
That
happened.
was massive.
Halo
Shit.
Infinite. I booked time off work for the 8th, but I do it now.
I'm not ready now. I've got shit to do.
Oh my god, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Makes no difference to me, pal. It's so cool that we'll have 3 weeks, like, in the build up to like the campaign. We just...
Oh, that's so hype.
I won't be able to play today, but as you said, you can play for the both of us, and I'll log in tomorrow, and we can actually boot Halo up.
Yeah.
After the fucking time we had in the flighting.
Oh my god, dude.
That was such a hype trailer as well. That was so nice.
Yeah, like the whole show I enjoyed, and obviously we all know when we talked about it pre-show, like that was the end result we were hoping for. But like, I still enjoyed the show,
I was so
regardless of that happening. But that is just like, I forgot what happened in the show.
Yeah.
Right now. Like, I think Phil Spencer talked about some old fucking hardware or something. I don't care. I actually don't.
Well, no matter. It's just like the fact they started pivoting over to Halo. They got this live concert going. They got me lubed up. Zoomed out, and they're in this Halo configuration. The whole team's there, like the 343 team, which, by the way, we all know have been through hell in the last like 5 years. Community outcry. They've had to delay the game. They've probably been pushed like really hard, working from home, and all of that. To be able to
Halo, let's be honest,
for that team to be able to get the amount of good feedback that they've got for the flightings, and to have the amount, it's come out to critical acclaim, and we've only played like 3 maps and then whatever BTB map or whatever. It's just like a fraction of the content, and now the fact that they get to say, look, everybody can play it. It's what 3 or 4 weeks before actual launch, but it's going to be open beta. Just go and play, man. They must be so relieved that they got to that point, whether they feel like they can do that. Hats off to 343. That's incredible.
Really. Yeah, good job, guys. Yeah, it's very impressive with all the delays that's happened and the whole journey they've taken to now release ahead of the new planned schedule is so nice. And with just how the world's been and how it's developed over the last couple of years with COVID and everything like that. Congrats. Awesome. But yeah, I want to wrap this shut. I want to play Halo. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
I don't have time to do anything.
Show's over.
Oh god. Yeah. They've gotten really good at these trailers. I like about being celebrating the devs and having good celebrating the heritage without becoming preachy and annoying the viewer, and then capping it off with some good news and hyping it up and making it really enjoyable without overdoing it like they used to. Amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was a fantastic show. The pacing of that show was fantastic.
Didn't need any longer, did it? 30
really
minutes.
Really was.
Oh shit. Okay, well I'm gonna go and not play some Halo. So
cool. I'm gonna go and play some Halo.
Yeah, hope everyone enjoyed that. If anybody's making a community reaction montage, feel free to put us in. You've got my implicit consent.
Yeah, and mine.
Yeah,
and mine.
Wicked.
Go crazy.
Fuck yeah, man. What good. That's such good stuff. That's so exciting. All right. All right.
Cool.
Well,
thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming. This has been fun. We'll see you. We'll see you on the battlefield. No, that doesn't sound right.
Just see you on.
We'll see you on Zeta Hate. Oh, that's not right either. Yeah, see you next episode. Bye.
See you in your mum's basement.